Welcome everyone, I am Tim, and this is The Controller. Thanks for clicking on Fallout 4, You Only Live Once. In the last part, we happened to take our first little bit of damage, as you can see on the hit point bar in the lower left-hand corner. However, it came from radiation. We got stuck in a rad storm, and did end up taking 5 rads, which ended up being just about 1 hit point. As take a look there, hit points are now at 168 of 169. However, we were able to get our first useful legendary effect, and we got a powered raider right arm, so our action point refresh will be a little bit better. We helped turn the pumps on at Thicket Excavations, and we are currently in our way of heading back to Ten Pines Bluff, because in the last part we did also clear out Corvega, or at least we took care of Jared. So with that, let's jump into it and get on to the next section. So as we make our way on out of here, we're going to want to continue on down the road this way, and we'll loop around kind of the same way of which we did in, I believe it was part 2 or 3. I'm not 100% certain off the top of my head, of where we ended up having to run scared and frightened from after we dealt with Ten Pines Bluff, because there were super mutants there. So hopefully we don't run into them today. Now we are coming up on Bedford Station, and I would like to get 2 more level ups before we start heading south. So we'll see how far we can get with that, with just taking out some of the miscellaneous ghouls up ahead, which got one eating on a nice Brahmin over there. Take him out. Nobody else seemed to be aware of that. Oh, little aware now. Looks like that ghoul is angry. Ooh, took a miss. That's okay. He's gonna run around the long way. He might alert 1 or 2 other ones, but there's not too many ghouls super close to where it will be too big of an issue. Although I was in danger. And now the ghouls are quite non-perceptive, all things considered, and has instantly started losing me. So that is good. There is another one that would be at the back of the car. It looks like he made his way back that way again. Take him out, and we are now back to hidden. There are going to be a few more of which to deal with in the front of the building. So if we just kind of take a loop around kind of towards the train tracks a little bit, take a look that way, make sure that there's nothing coming, and kind of look on the top. Looks like the barrels are blocking the sight just a little bit, but if we just make our way this way, we can see that there are a bunch down there, you know, see a couple ghouls there, but it is good to take care of the ones that are a little bit closer. Take him out, which should make the guy behind him come alive, but not this time. Now, there is a possibility of a legendary spawn here. I have seen that before, which it would be very nice to get another legendary effect. Getting a legendary weapon would be ideal, or just plain more armor. I am always open to getting more armor of a good legendary effect. Another ghoul right there. Just keep popping them off. Okay, that got us into caution. Guy might be coming. Got 2 of them there. Now, if they do happen to get a little bit too amped up and get, say, 3 or 4 of them coming this way, that could be a little bit of an issue, as it is difficult to get a lot of shots off in VATS, which is a little unfortunate right now. He looks a little upset down the tracks a little further. Ooh, and that just jumped in a little bit closer for caution. Not seeing anybody overly close. VATS is also not detecting anyone. So we are probably okay at this point where we can move in a little bit more. There we got Bedford discovered. And, oh, hello there. Yes, we do have to build up our crit a little bit more. Just a couple more shots with that, and that will take care of that. And another good thing about ghouls, I mean, virtually no armor. They are fast. They don't have guns, though, so that is good. But they do carry bottle caps and, I mean, generally good loot. Baseball, that is cork and leather. Definitely take that. That is good to have. And we can just look around. Plastic fork, that's light to carry. No big deal. We can just kind of keep looking around, see what else we can find from them. Bedford Station is a good place to loot in general anyway. Got a couple toolboxes, and of course, just random ghouls can end up getting a bunch of bottle caps. Open the door. Nice tool case right inside here. Good loot. And it does have this nice steamer trunk up here. And, ooh, now I am up to overtired, but look at this. We get our first dose of 50 cal. So we can pick up 8 rounds of that. Eventually, we might be able to switch this suppressed pipe bolt action rifle on over. So we'll definitely be taking those. Fragmentation grenade, that's good. A mine, we've seen how powerful mines can be. Definitely good to have that. The other 2 guns, they're going to be a little bit too heavy to carry. And as we keep looking around here, flip lighter, also good. Fan, not going to turn down a fan unless I start becoming over encumbered. Then I will definitely turn it down. But we have a roamer up here, and again, some pretty decent loot. Now, I am going to want to continue on heading further south on down the train tracks, and maybe since we see Ghoul there, just shoot him in the back. Things are looking good. We may as well, since we are so close, we do have to go talk to 10 Pines Bluff. Kind of about face, head back to the north, and we can semi-turn in the quest, at least let them know that the raiders at Corvega are taken care of before we have to head back to Sanctuary to talk to Preston. Now, I do find that there is typically a random spawn right on down the railroad tracks there. So, really, that is kind of the general way of which the game wants you to go. However, that's not always going to be the best case. We do have to kind of huff it up this hill, which, I mean, we could potentially stumble onto something, but it usually is pretty calm, all things considered. And there you can already see we are 86 and closing meters to 10 Pines Bluff, and with that, we don't really have to worry about too much spawning too close. Of course, I say that when just the other day, when we were here talking to them first, there happened to be some super mutants that rolled by. So we do kind of want to keep a little bit of an eye peeled for that, just on the offshoot that they decide that they want to come back for seconds. Looks like we are pretty good at the moment now. Definitely take that hub flower. And take a look around. Ah, yes. Okay, we even have Caravan. More than likely, that is going to be Lucas Miller, that we can do a little bit of trading with him. And he actually might have some decent armor. So, first things first, we'll talk to the settler, and then we will go talk to Lucas Miller. Now that we are in the menu of Lucas Miller, one of the reasons why we have part of the rule set of a no guaranteed legendary effects, such as on armor or guns, such as the Overseer's Guardian or the instigating laser rifle that Arturo sells in Diamond City, are for also partly for Lucas Miller, where we could go fairly early in the game. Somewhat regularly, you do see Lucas here at 10 Pines Bluff in one of your first few times here. And getting this Mantis left Grieve is very, very good in a YOLO setting. That +1 agility and perception, that helps in VATS, and that also helps with sneakiness and just the amount of action points available for using invats, and not to mention that this is some good leather armor. Now it does cost 14,000, so it would be a little difficult to get it right off the bat, but that is a very good armor piece that you could potentially have. And now looking through what he does have, he is carrying a lightweight metal chest piece. Currently we are rocking the lightweight leather chest piece, but it is also shadowed. So having that being shadowed, that gives us 9 and 17 for ballistic and energy resistance on that armor. Just stock for the metal chest piece, you are doing 12 and 5. We're not really going to be dealing with too many lasers right off the bat. So when you have a chance to increase ballistic, I am kind of fond of metal armor. It is highly modifiable. So I think we're going to go ahead and make that switch right now. We can just switch out the lightweight shadowed leather chest piece for the metal chest piece and be doing good there. Now I did also throw him pretty much everything that I had to sell. You can see that theoretically we'll be getting 335 caps back, but since relatively soon we are going to want to be getting ballistic weave from the railroad, we have enough money on hand to pick up a shipment right now. Now there are a few places you can get the shipment of ballistic fiber, Lucas Miller here, or you can go to Good Neighbor, and you could also go to the vault that is nearby to Diamond City, are some of the easier locations that I can see of which we can get. But since we have Lucas right here, we have the caps on hand, we're going to be continuing to pick up more ammunition, which, speaking of ammunition, I do think we have a little bit more that we can sell there. Yeah, anytime you can pick up ammunition, that is a good to sell. So 100 rounds of the 38, we're never going to use that. That is 100 free caps. Same thing for the 5mm round. We're not going to use that. Another 51. That's going to free up a little bit of carry capacity, and also just, it's a good source of money. Take care of that. And now we are good all there. We did talk to the settlers of Ten Pines Bluff, and they gave us 100 caps, and we can use the workshop now here, which this settlement is pretty worthless. Other than, I guess they have, oh, I hear gunshots, and we are not in our actual armor. Let's quick throw all of that stuff back on. Minuteman outfit, lightweight chest piece, we get that utilized right away. And was there anything else? No, we got the eyeglasses, we got everything. So right now we have 27 ballistic and 30 energy, which isn't too bad. However, I'm not liking the gunshots. These guys seem relatively
if you got any sense.
Let me know if you want some.
relatively good, but we do have to kind of keep our eyes peeled. I was gonna say I have some meat that I can cook up, but since there's gunshots, I don't want to do that. We'll just sneak our way back down south to Bedford Station. There are a couple other locations I want to hit up before heading back to Sanctuary to talk to Preston. But first things first, we need to see what's going on. Or ideally, not see what's going on and get out of the range of hearing the gunshots. Seems like they may have subsided just a little bit, which is good. Just walk into a tree because, you know, why not? Thankfully, trees can't cause damage. Ooh. Like I was saying, there is a random spawn. Those sound pretty close. Also think there's potentially a gunner camp. Yeah, it looks like there's a lift. Likely a gunner encampment on that bridge there. But we don't need to poke our nose in there. We can just keep heading to Bedford Station. take one more look down the railroad tracks. I kind of wish that I would have killed a couple of these ghouls by using our VAT shots instead of doing as many manual shots as I did. I want to improve my perception and agility and luck, all of them, so that way I can build up my critical shots a little bit quicker. Those are going to be very handy for tough enemies, but we're not done yet. It looks like the brackets are shuffling pretty good. We're going to have another ghoul or two nearby, I would think. Not just parched. No big deal. All right, there's feral ghoul right there. Line up the shot a little bit better. 88%, not too bad. Popped up to 90. And of course we hit the railroad tracks. That's a good animation. And idiot savant, very good. And now that looks like things are looking pretty good. And did that get me? Yes, we do have a crit in the bank. So that is going to be good just in case something goes a little screwy. We'll be able to deal with that. In this blue train card, I mean, like I was saying, there's plenty of good loot here. We get the little railroad. Hey, here's a railroad cache in here. And 25 rounds of the 308. Yes, please. Stim pack, Radaway. Can't use either of those, but we can sell them. Cram, pretty good. And fashionable glasses. That was one piece of charisma gear that I had not gotten yet. I have a dress for +2, essentially a newsboy cap or militia hat, which gives +1 charisma for the head, and I just needed the eyeglasses yet. So that is good that that is all taken care of. And it does seem like it's getting to be nighttime, which is good. That will help our sneakiness, so we'll be able to be detected less easily as just loot these bodies. Just keep going. Don't have to worry about anything nearby. We took out all of the ghouls at Bedford, so that's going to be good. Should be about the last feral ghoul. Got the Dutchman. So this was our railroad. Nice little meetup rendezvous point. Maybe they got overrun by ghouls. Maybe something else. I mean, blood splatter here. But otherwise, nothing too exciting in here. Toothpaste. Station master terminal. Don't really need to worry about any of that. And we can just keep on going. And I'm going to want to head on over to this side. Hop up in here. Once again, got a cap stash. And when you are a little later leveled, you can find a railway rifle. But right now there are railway spikes. We're not going to pick those up as they weigh 0.2 per round. And they have virtually nothing good for weight value ratio for selling. So we're not going to worry about that. And we'll just keep making our way this way. There can be a ghoul or something under the bridge there. And we have a shack. That shack you want to avoid. Not only are there going to be rad barrels and believe a rad scorpion that pops up if you go inside. All just bad news bears. We'll hang a little closer over here. Make sure nothing's happening, and can hear a little, might be able to hear a little bit of gunshots to our left. So to the east, there's another. Oh, Brahmin scared me because it was running. Maybe I need to take it out. I'm not sure. Just get stuck on a little guardrail. There's a mole rat infested place over there. Don't want to be messing with that. That also is not going to be good. But right here, got a nice water, dandy boy apples, and a jet. Jet can come in handy to slow time. And we should be coming up on our next destination, which this is a relatively quiet area of the map. You can see Corvega off in the distance. We dealt with most of the raiders there, and yeah, I think we're good now at this point. can just run on over to this building. Mystic Pines. There's something I want to pick up in here. And there are no enemies whatsoever inside. So we are perfectly safe to discover it here. And just right around in the corner, we got Tales of a Junktown Jerky Vendor.
Perfect.
So this is going to permanently gain better prices when buying from a vendor. It doesn't do a whole lot, but, you know, since it is relatively close by, we may as well take it. Not gonna hurt to have that. Now, there are some just generic places that you can loot, like, ooh, get 2 fancy hairbrushes, okay. But nothing too exciting in here. It's kind of a dead zone. They just threw the Junktown Trader Journal here, which I guess is nice, but otherwise, other than that, is pretty insignificant. There's a locked door there, advanced lockpick, which gets you to a fusion core, and there's a lock, just like basic medical area lock up there. So overall, not that exciting. So as we come out, our next destination is going to be pretty much dead ahead. We have the Super Duper Mart that we're going to want to head to. I don't think at this point I'm going to want to dip my toes inside, as tight spaces with ghouls can be a little challenging, especially when I am this low of level. We are only level 10 right now. That could get into a little bit tougher enemies. So we'll just head there. Just keep our eye out. Right on over there, you can see a cook station, and there's a nice raider there. There are, I think, 3 raiders and a couple turrets in that little encampment, but they shouldn't ever be able to see me. Or at least that is the hope. We can just come to the Super Duper Mart, get that tagged, and we are on the outskirts of Lexington, which lots of ghouls, which ghouls can be okay, can not be. And yeah, we're hidden, but it's dark. Brackets are getting close. Turn the corner, and we should be good. So there are going to be ghouls dotted around. Now, peckish from lack of food. We are just swimming in all the nastiness for our AP. We should get back and sleep relatively soon. So you can see Feral Ghoul, and down this roadway there is going to be a raider in power armor that has actually pretty good perception even when things are a little on the dark side. So we don't want to really go out there. We will take some pre-war money. Take a look. Ooh, 2 flip lighters. That is 2 sets of oil. And we may as well crack this door open. Get us into the vault. And we can collect just a couple more pre-war monies. Void the skeleton at this point. Directly below here, there's a big... Oh, there's a ghoul. I was going to just say that there is a ghoul that can come around. We should be able to take him out relatively with nobody else seeing. Get a little bit more experience. But yeah, I don't want to touch this. If I drop down, there's like 100 or more or less pre-war money. Let's take another ghoul out. Another easy 15 XP. Again, don't see me. Silenced weapon in a vault that should never see us. But if we do drop down there, we're going to have to crawl out through that alleyway and try to avoid being spotted by the raider. And I don't want to have to try to be avoided by the raider. So we can just loop this way. You can... Ooh, ooh. He's looking this way. Looks like we might be able to... Oh, go on. Crit him in the face. He was looking this way. He has a fat man. That gets us in caution. But maybe just caution from ghoul. Maybe caution from the turret. Anyway, with him looking this way, him being dead is not going to be a bad thing. Now I don't have to worry quite so much about him randomly nuking me. So that is good. Now, I am tempted to go into this parking garage doorway here. However, there are like 7 ghouls relatively close together. And if I happen to throw a good Molotov cocktail or fragmentation grenade, I could take them all out at once and just gain a bunch of experience from that. However, tight corridor, I'm not in the best shape of my life with my action points. I think we're going to have to postpone that for a little bit later. We can pick up a little bit more 10mm round in the side room. No big deal. But all in all, we should just get moving back on outside. We've reached what we wanted. We tagged the Super Duper Mart on our way and got the Tales of a Junktown Trader from the Mystic Pines. And we will be back here very, very soon to be dealing with the railroad. And this is going to be where all of the synths are located out front. We'll just go on another nice building. Maybe that one there. That looks a little close though. But it might be that one where we then shoot down into the ghouls, and we'll of course be meeting on top of that bridge up there. But at this point, should be relatively safe to make our way back. We can swing by Drumlin Diner, talk to Trudy, maybe pick up just a few more rounds of the 308. I mean, we do have 86, so that is going to be very easy to deal with. But, oh, man. I kind of hope that we get Idiot Savant triggering right away with Preston Garvey to try to get a couple more level ups. But we are in friendly territory now. There's the wicked shipping container that we had opened, the random spawn house, and then Concord is off in the distance, so I'll swing by Trudy, see if she has some 308. Maybe she has something else for sale that might be exciting. Otherwise, it should be smooth sailing on back to Sanctuary to talk to Preston. Well, there are raiders attacking Trudy. So we aren't out. Ooh. Okay. Oh, that's a pack Brahmin. That might mean Trash Can Carla is nearby. Trash Can Carla is immortal. The raiders are not. So that does not bode well for the raiders. And they are already dead. Well done. There's Carla. And a few raiders just dotted out front. Which, being two vendors right here, I can just loot the bodies dry and just sell off all of that junk. The rest of the journey was nice and peaceful, making our way back here. And we are hungry and thirsty. May as well top up on our water now. Get that taken care of. Still parched, and there we go, properly hydrated. Now, we did pick up that armor piece of the powered and the metal. Want to take a look at that for what we can do. So first things first, take a look at that powered raider right arm. That is currently standard. So we can bring that up to buttressed, which goes from 3 and 3 with also 3 weight, or we can bump that up to 7 and 7 and 6 weight. Now, that's not that much more damage resistance, but in the early part of the game, anything that we can do is going to be good. It's not even that intensive on our adhesive, so we'll take care of that, and may as well throw a lighter build on it, reducing the carry weight on down from 6 to 4.8, save 1.2, and those 2 free action points there, that might eventually get enough lighter builds where that might actually end up helping us down the road of where maybe we can get 3 shots off with our nice sniper rifle. So get that. That is pretty much as good as that is going to be. Lightweight and powered buttressed. That legendary could be in our rotation for quite a long time. And we also did pick up that lightweight metal chest piece from Lucas Miller. May as well put that on over to Shadowed. That is going to bump us up to 17 and 9, which is actually the exact opposite of what Leather provides. Leather with Shadowed provided 9 ballistic, 17 energy. So we're just flip-flopping the numbers, which more enemies fire a ballistic shot. So that is going to be more useful overall. It's already got the lighter build on it, so that is good to have. However, just clicking there, it might make some sense to go padded at some point. We do have the 3 adhesive, and we did just pick up that ballistic fiber shipment. So if we switched it over to padded, we're going to reduce damage from explosions, which I believe padded is 25% damage reduction, which that is actually pretty good. However, weight of 14.8 compared to 7.6, that is another 7.2 on top. I don't think we're going to be going into where there's too much along the lines of explosives, but that is something to keep an eye on. We might want to go over to that sooner than later, but at this point we should be all right. And we can always go, and once we take Lone Wanderer 2 to where we get another 50 carry capacity, that might be all right. Now I did take a look at the crops, and we did have those 3 carrots being ready, which means we can now make orange mentats, which orange mentats are very, very strong. Get that +5 perception and 10% accuracy increase for VATS for 8 minutes. Yes, please. Not only the plus 10% VATS accuracy, the 5 boost to perception also increases VATS accuracy, so that is very good to have. And since we have been picking up all those hub flowers, we do have one more mentat. May as well do a grape mentat because we don't have the tar berries to make a berry mentat. We'll take another grape mentat. That is going to be good. Now, I don't want to be using drugs all that much right now, especially once again because I don't want to get addicted to them, as that addiction would then stick around in the run for the entirety, which that would not be good. There can be some pretty serious debuffs from addiction. But we did pick up a fair amount of meat, and we are hungry, so we are going to need to cook some of that up. Little rad roach, couple rad stags, that is good, and also a couple mutt chops, and possibly, yes, the mirelurk that we took care of over at Thicket Excavations, so we can cook that up, and we are sitting good for our food. Now, looks like Preston is walking towards us, only 48 away. Just head on down to him, and he's in the river, isn't he? Of course he is, because why wouldn't he? Okay, he happens to be doing a little log dance right now, trying to... Ah, there, he got it figured out. We can now turn in the quest.
You know that settlement you sent me to help? They've decided to join the Minutemen.
That's great news. I knew you were the right person for the job. By the way, you should have one of these flare guns. It'll get more and more useful as we get more allied settlements. Eventually, you'll have help wherever you need it. I don't think I ever told you what happened to the Minutemen. Our scouts have found a promising spot for a new settlement. The trouble is that some kind of vicious beasts are lairing there. Once you clear it out, set up a radio beacon to let settlers know about it. Before you know it, we'll have a thriving new...
Perfect. That's what I was hoping for. That's why I kind of avoided going to Starlight Drive-In. We get to clear out that to set up a settlement for the Minutemen. Now, he did give us the nice promotion as we are now the general of the Minutemen, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense because Preston tells us what to do and we just go and do his bidding. So he is, in fact, the real general. He is just trying to make us feel good. But we can go to Starlight, set up a Minutemen base, and we do have a flare gun to summon Minutemen if they are in the area, which can come in handy, and being able to have other Minutemen settlements is also will be able to come in handy. Not only can get some more friendlies on the map, but also down the road might be able to have some artillery coverage. But before we go deal with Starlight, we're going to want to eat up once again, eat some beautiful grilled radroach that we just cooked up. And ooh, we were down quite a bit. So let's eat. Anytime you find iguana on a stick, basically buy it, or same thing with crispy squirrel bits. If you're out in the field, 0.1 weight. They're pretty cheap at vendors, and then you know you have some lightweight food that you can carry around with us, versus trying to deal with like mole rat chunks or the grilled radroach mutt chops. I mean, those all weigh 0.5. Still takes 2 to eat to get properly fed for each level. So if you can get 0.1 versus 0.5, that is a lot less weight you have to carry. And of course, we have the level up from turning in that quest to Preston. We're going to go right on over to Luck, hit up Idiot Savant rank 2. Chance for 5x XP from any action. Yes, please. That will very, very much help us for our leveling up. And I ideally would like to be level 12 to get that sneak rank 3 for the all-important no longer triggering enemy mines. So we're definitely going to be taking that next. And then after that, that should free us up to a little bit of options for where we want to go for our perks after that. But we are tired. Should be beds in here somewhere for us. Yes, here is a free one. It is 5:41 a.m., so it is about dawn. We may as well get our full 7 hours sleep to get the well rested. And we aren't thirsty. We aren't hungry. Let's hope we don't get sick. And we got sick. Parasites. So with this mod, it eliminates the infection disease, which, now Trash Can Carla is here. Infection is the only sickness that could actually just plain kill you because you take periodic damage over time. And it lasts for a long time. Now parasites, as we take a quick look here, can take a little look here. Parasites require more food, so we're still going to get hungry at the same rate, but instead of taking 2 pieces of food to fill us up, it is now going to take us 4. So we are going to start clicking through food something fierce. It's a good thing we're able to just cook up a little bit, and honestly, maybe Carla will be selling some meat, but we are going to be doing a little mole rat hunting at Starlight Drive-In, so maybe we can just hold off for now. But since Carla is here, I actually didn't have anything to sell her when she was back talking to Trudy. I don't think I really have anything now. However, since she's here, may as well see what she has. Once again, just got some basic loot from Carla. Got that inventory managed at the workshop. And we are going to, in fact, go straight on to Starlight Drive-In, which is very, very close to Drumlin Diner. So swing back past there. Hopefully the random spawn of more raiders will be done and that there won't be more raiders there. And it should be nice and easy to come in from the back side to start dealing with the mole rats that are infesting there. Nice and safe back to Drumlin Diner. And I don't think I've actually, looted in the wooden crate behind them. Radway. Now, you do have to be careful. Some stuff is not for taking. So you do have to be a little on the aware side for that. And as we're going to be... Ooh, a fragmentation mine. I think there is an insect in this water. Unless there's just a mine at this point. Okay, just a mine, I guess. A lot of times I think there is an insect just around back here. So we're going to want to steer clear of that fragmentation mine. We might be able to sneak up on it and disarm it. However, that I only want to do once. Okay, that is over there. I only want to do that once I have sneak 3. So I don't have to worry about it exploding. And just like that, we are already at Starlight Drive-In. Let's get the tactical powerful. Mole rats should go down pretty easy. Just, yeah, there's one underground right there. Now, you do have to be careful in here. There can be some... Oh. One popped up. Ooh, another one popped up. Okay. This is not where I want to be. I don't want... Maybe I should have gone around the other way. I'd love to be on top of... Not necessarily a car, but... Maybe if we just go up top here. Now, again, I have seen explosives occasionally on these steps, so... If we just run through... Okay, we're good. Mole rats can't teleport up here if they want to get up to me. They're going to have to run up that step. So, take a look. Ooh. Maybe. And. Ooh, okay, they see me. They're going to be coming up. In danger. They cannot teleport up to me from here. They must run up the stairs. Oh, I do not like this. Do not like this. Are they even able to get up to me? Are they able to path it? As I was saying, I like to be either on a car. Oh, there's one running around down there. I'm tempted. Oh, I don't even have a crit because I used that on the raider. Okay, this is... I don't like this. Now, if we make our way over here... I don't like this at all. In caution. Maybe they'll lose interest. I would love to be on that roof. Right on over there. Because if I was on that roof, I wouldn't have to really worry about them coming to get me. I didn't think that they were going to be popping up. And of course. Oh, and in danger. They must be popping up right below me, and I just can't see them. And I don't think they are able to find their way up to me. So now I'm kind of in a pickle. Okay, mole rat popped out way over there. And of course, didn't get it. The VATS lineup didn't work. One roaming around. Oh, and that must be glass. Of course it is. Now, what to do? I thought I could fire through there. It looks like I should be able to. Obviously, I cannot. So now the question becomes, do I go down and maybe get them to pop up on top of me and take damage? Which I don't like that option. Or do I potentially... Here, I don't want to like jump off. That scares me. Might get a little bit better vantage point up here. But again, I can't shoot through that. I think my only option is to come way down here. Again, mole rats have to run up from the stairs. While we're here, we may as well pick up some corn. We could pick up the back storage key, but I kind of want to lock pick that, as that is a novice lock. Yeah, you can see them down there. 33% shot. Let's give it a go. Ah, I did hit 1 out of 3. And if they want to come running up, that it would be quite all right. Mole rat way out there. Unlucky. I think at this point we're going to have to just start sniping them off from up here. I don't think there's really anything else we can do. 50-50 shot. Yeah, let's go on, take a couple of those. Because we do have to build up our crit too. And of course, didn't get lucky. Did get 1. So we are 1 down. All right. It's a good thing we picked up all this ammunition. I don't think they're going to be able to find me up here. So we just have to find them down below. And they are trying something fierce. They are popping up all over the place. And are you digging in or are you coming out? No, I got a 50-50 shot. And missed all of them. Double check nobody's coming up. We are all clear. I guess that means we're going to have to do some manual shooting. And yeah, 55%. And dead by the fence over there. Do get a very nice view from up here for what it's worth. So that is good. 89%. That's a good shot. All right. And all right, I'm not sure if it had popped up before or not. We now have markers for where the mole rats are located. We have 2 more on the old compass, 80 and 40 respectively, down below. So down to 2, not the worst thing in the world. However, one of them is a rabid mole rat. Oh, and there's a bloatfly just randomly hurt over there. May as well get some free XP from that. Frag mine. Yeah, don't worry about that. Just loop back and forth, I guess, as mole rats can teleport to where you are at. So you don't want to just go down on the ground, which I thought this was going to be relatively easy. So one of my options, I might be able to, since there are only 2 of them left, go down, see if one pops up towards me, or get down to the bottom and just sprint, jump up onto one of those cars close by, and then I don't have to worry about them. And okay, I am officially into hidden. Ooh, into caution. Okay, does that mean they're gonna pop out somewhere? Still quite a ways away. In danger. One right down there. Come up here. Get in front of the door so I can shoot ya. I see the marker. Oh, that is too close. That is too close, too close, too close. Too close, too close. That's the rabid 95% shot. Okay, down. That was the tough one. Glad to have that one done. There's another one. And moving. There it is. 70%. That's a pretty good shot. Take it out. Sneak attack done. Yes. All right. Starlight Drive-In is completed for clearing out at least of these enemies. Okay, that makes me feel so much better. That was way more difficult than it should have been. Is there no, not in here. It is in the back area. Okay, take the hot plate. don't really need to take. This can take all that stuff. Ooh, a Braxo. That is fiberglass. We will be needing that. Nuka-Cola. Rad roach meat, sure. Machete. Okay. So we could have taken that backroom key up there, but this is only novice locked. This will get us just a little bit more experience.
Got it.
Okay, there will be one rad roach that pops out in here. Oh, he got a hit in. He got a hit in. Oh, no. Just one, right? He got a hit in, right? Everybody saw blood. 6 rads. And down to 2. We've lost 2 hit points. Now, is that we've lost 2 hit points because now we took a little bit more radiation damage? Or is that 2 hit points because the rad roach actually got a hit in? I didn't see a damage marker pop up, so it is possible that I only got it from the radiation. I mean, you can see blood on the ground. Ah, man, that is unfortunate to say the least, but it was just a tiny, tiny hit overall. Fusion core, we can pick that up for now. Normally, you come over here and it will pop out of that dirt pile, but I guess with all of the mole rats all amped up and excited, maybe it happened to spawn a little on the early side, which that is too bad, but overall, I guess not the worst thing in the world. Every time we level up, we are actually going to be taking damage because of our radiation. We can't increase our hit points because even though our hit point bar does fluctuate a little bit based on percentages of how much health we have. Bloatfly up there. Do I want to mess with the bloatfly? No, I don't think I do. Radiation bar is an absolute. Just be careful because I've seen like bottle cap mines around that skeleton before. I know there's one inside, at least with a trap too.
Sweet.
Another 6 XP. Duct tape, okay. Chalk, yeah, why not? More duct tape fuse. And we can officially claim this workshop. And we are going to need to build a recruitment beacon for them. Don't really have to do anything else other than the recruitment beacon, so that will be nice. With this being a quest, they will supply you with the actual supplies that you need. So 1 recruitment beacon, 146 XP for that with the idiot savant. That is very nice. And switch over, can build just a couple small generators, only need 1. And just connect that on up. And randomly, 95 bottle caps just appear from wherever. And now we have to talk to Preston Garvey to actually turn in the quest fully. Now, before we do that, I would like to loot this place, at least make it slightly safer. I mean, there's a bottle cap mine there. I can't just walk up to the bottle cap mine. So we are going to shoot it. I don't want to die from explosives. That would be a bad day. So we can just walk up here. There's going to be, on the back side, there's going to be a nice, I guess, booby-trapped door from inside. If we just disarm the makeshift bomb, that is taken care of, and there is the tension trigger. Disarm that, and we are good there. Now, this isn't that great. Ooh, Nuka Cherry. That's going to give us 1 more Nuka Cola. That is beneficial, so that is good. This settlement's not that useful overall. There's really not that much to it, not much use to it. This northern section of the map really doesn't get too crazy difficult, so don't really have to worry about that. So we should be good to just make it back to Preston Garvey, and honestly, somebody's going to be in here relatively soon just because of the recruitment beacon. Now, you do want to stay clear of those radioactive barrels. Those are super, super radioactive, and we don't want to take any more radiation. I'm not sure what it is, but looks like we have a nice, lovely raider right outside Trudy's place again. Just chilling there. I haven't actually seen this many raiders in front of Trudy as I have already in like this playthrough. Normally it's quite quiet around here where you can just quick run by and don't have to worry whatsoever. But I guess I won't say no to some bottle caps and some more ammunition. That's handy. Just standing right out front. Not sure why Trudy didn't take care of them either. Maybe they're waiting for me to get a little bit closer. One will never know. Now, if Idiot Savant triggers, we will get a level up. And Mama Murphy doing good work. Need a spotter?
You're tied to this place, kid.
Just talking nonchalant? Well done. Like her. Marcy. Man, they're going to be jacked here. But as I was saying, if Idiot Savant triggers, we're going to hit level 12, which is the level I want to be at. However, if not, I think we're just going to have to deal with it as is.
Cleared out that spot you sent me to and set up a radio beacon there.
That's great news. Once folks have some,
Right.
as usual, we've got to show people the minute.
Sure.
No Idiot Savant, only 117 XP. And Preston will probably give us another quest, which, if it's one map updated. Kidnapping Green Top Nursery. Nope, not gonna
Got a
do
strange
that.
Message from a robot. Said it was from some place called Grey Garden. I couldn't figure out exactly what it wanted, but, well, may as well check it out. You never know.
All right. So we actually got a couple different things. So we got Grey Garden, which we might actually be going there shortly. However, Green Top, the kidnapping, that's not going to be useful. But this is going to be one of the last times we are in Sanctuary, at least for the time being. We are going to start making our journey on south. So we're going to want to make sure that we are kitted up as much as possible. Stock up on the things we desperately might need or that might come in handy. Take a quick look at the workshop, and we have 9 Molotov cocktails. Those weigh quite a bit, but we might be needing those very, very soon. So I'll finish up the inventory and get rolling on out. There should be some purified water. 12 more. We might be not coming back anytime soon. Might not have a safe spot to drink as we are going to make our journey south. We do have some weight capacity for which we can do that. So we'll do that. We'll cook up any meat we have and get rolling on out. Took everything out of the workshop we wanted to, and there's not really a whole lot that we can cook up. We can make 1 grilled rad roach and 1 iguana on a stick. That's all we're going to be able to make at this point, as I didn't end up picking up any of that meat from the mole rats. They were too scattered around. Wouldn't be safe to just go take care of them. But we did also pick up that Nuka-Cola cherry, so we can actually make 1 more Nuka-Cola. This is one of the better Nuka-Colas that we can get. I mean, it caffeinates, but what I'm mainly looking at is getting that 50 AP boost. If we come into a pinch, that is going to be good to have. So now we have 2 of those in our back pocket, ready for whenever we need it. So we can do that, and don't really need to cook up anything else. No drugs. We got some drugs. Guns and armor are all but taken care of. So all that's left to do is eat. And since we are super hungry, we may as well. We've been holding on to the lovely Death Claw steak. We'll eat that. That should take us all the way up. to properly fed, and it does. Even with parasites, Deathclaw steak is very, very filling. So we are time to say goodbye. Goodbye, June, Mama Murphy, Preston, Sturgis, and Marcy. It might be a little bit before we come back here. The quest for the Minutemen of Preston Garvey saying to talk to Grey Garden or to Greentop Nursery, those aren't going to be completed anytime soon. So we might not really have any point of coming back here for the foreseeable future once we head down. And ooh, there we go. Rad damage 1.13. Didn't pop up there, but that's what it was. Okay, so we took 1.13 rad damage, which I think that pushed us over into just over 1 damage, I would say. So now it shows that we have taken 2 points of damage. We pick up here once again by Drumlin Diner. Fortunately, no raiders are here at this point, and it is time to go further south than we've ever gone before. We have gone to Corvega, but we are going to go past Corvega and try to get close, at least, to downtown Boston. Now, that isn't going to be without its own troubles. We are going to be going past Cambridge Police Station. So I think it is going to be good to help out Paladin Dance, but that I am not looking forward to. That's turning green, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay. Oh, okay. Calm down. Think this through. Vault suit on. Assault gas mask on. We know we have to get to Trudy. We are super close by. Just run. We're going to take some rads again. This run, we're just taking rad damage, and more rad damage. Okay, just hurry and sit down. Sit. Hurry, faster. And wait. Oh, I think we lucked out. 3 hours should get us past the rad storm. I don't know what it is about the rad storm. Ooh, it gets darker and it's, okay, lighter. So we made it. Didn't take any rads that time. We just beat the storm. I don't know what it is about this run. We are getting caught in rad. Now that's our... Oh, I didn't mean to put on the jumpsuit. That is now our second rad storm. So, yeah. We also took radiation damage from a rad roach. Thankfully, we were close by to Trudy, and we knew coming from this... That's quantum. That is a quantum. And a cola and a cherry. Okay. We can make one more, too. We'll take that. This run is the run of radiation, which you get 1,000 radiation points to deal with. So we are at 6, so there is a long way to go. However, we do have to worry about dealing with the glowing sea at some point, and that could definitely tick up the old rad meter. But as I was going to be saying as it turned into a rad storm, this is going to be a relatively safe route. We've gone this way before. We've taken care of Corvega. We've taken care of the rad roaches in this broken down building. And following this road, there's really nothing on it, per se. Not really a random spawn point, as that is closer up towards Trudy, which we are already past. Going to on our right, so on the west side there, we are going to be seeing the Jailbird brothers, but again, that is mole rats. I don't want to deal with mole rats, but just staying on this road, nice and safe. We can just keep going, and oh, nighttime. You gotta love nighttime Fallout 4. You just see the glow off in the distance. That is the glowing sea. That is the crater. You can use it for navigation pretty well, and there we have it. Started fire support for Paladin Dance at the Cambridge Police Station. That I am not looking forward to in the slightest. As I think there's might be a 50-50 shot that we are going to take our first real damage of the run once we get in there. So that I'm not looking forward to. However, I have been running into a bug when dealing with the fire support. I've had it to where if you don't deal with it right away and you just bypass it, go in, you know, do the quest for Diamond City, and yeah, this is another reason why I wanted Sneak 3 to not have to deal with those mines. But if you don't deal with the fire support right away and you come back just like a couple levels later, not even that long in gameplay time, you know, maybe you put it off for a few hours of actual gameplay, then you come back in and, oh, lo and behold, it does not function properly, which we are going to be wanting to be able to deal with the Brotherhood a little bit more. And one of the things we got to do is help out Paladin Dance. So that is not going to be without its issues. As we sneak around those mines, there are going to be ghouls running in at Dance. Not ideal. He can go down. Scribe Halen can go down. Night Reese is just an idiot, and he's going to go down no matter what. We have to time it right in order to run in and get in a safe location. And I've already walked a little bit too far because, of course, I did. This is the police station. So we are going to need to stay fluid. And there's not that good of a time. Okay. He's not firing, which means he's down. Okay, he's back up. We'll sneak in. Hopefully. Okay, yes. Oh, all right. We made it in. Got Molotov set. We can throw some Molotov cocktails out towards the ghouls. Try to pick up some XP. Switch over to tactical. And we got Molotovs for days. So we can just keep hucking those out. Try to get as much experience as possible. Get another level up. Get some burning damage on them over time. They'll get a little bit put into them. But as I was saying, as coming in, when Paladin Dance goes down like that, if there's ghouls scattered around, they're going to just attack you. And ghouls hit very, very hard. So if you do run into this scenario, kind of want to make sure that Dance is firing, so that way they're all... Ooh, okay, I had one cocked and loaded. Maybe get a little bit. So you gotta kind of pay attention. Sometimes you have to run around a barricade one way or the other. And I have had it before of where I've actually had to... I'm just gonna throw a grenade. Lots of them coming in. I have had it where I've had to run up onto the overpass, and they'll try to sneak around, and then you can just quick run while they're trying to find you, and they're just coming in, coming in, coming in. There, that should do some good damage. This should push me up into the next level up, and there we go. So we can see we're at 179.83 out of 181. So yeah, we're just at 1.17 damage currently, based off of how much the rads that we've had. So, Dance, where are you going there, Chief? Yeah, I'll stay in here. Then I don't have to worry about the ghouls.
We appreciate the assistance, civilian.
Okay, we got the talking to Paladin Dance done in our nice little safety net. Ghouls can't climb over barricades, and they can't lunge at you unless you're sitting too close. So that is nice and easy.
Take Reese inside and find his wounds.
And
Yes,
again,
sir.
ghouls have a lot
Once you're on
of
your feet,
good
I want you to make
stuff.
certain the perimeter is secure.
So you can just go loot all of their bodies,
Time to prove your worth.
and
Head into the police station and
should be
resupply
relatively
yourself.
safe in here.
And let me know when you're ready to begin. Let's move out, people.
All right, big guy. Let's
And there we go. Fire support completed. We did get pushed into the next level up just prior to this. So we can just collect all, just, you look at all this, all these bottle caps, all good to have to keep going around. Ooh, and there was even a stalker in the mix. Pre-war money, more bottle caps. Yeah, so good to have all of this stuff. But sometimes I have been successful before when you come running in to just jump up here, and occasionally you can hit it just right. I haven't actually found the perfect spot to where you can jump up and scale and get into that. However, if you fail a few times, then ghouls are just going to come around the corner and attack you. But sometimes you can sneak in this way. Other times dance is like standing right here, to where you got to really pay attention of where you can't just run in blind. You might have to run around this side to get to your corner. But as said, there had been ghouls before where you end up just running up here, and then you can actually take a look at where the ghouls are at. There's the two entry points, one over there, but they do take a little bit of time to work their way around to get up. And then when you are fully safe, 6 missiles, wow, you can just quick hop over and then do your run from there and hop on over to this one, or you can make it on over to this one too, whichever one you prefer to be in. But that should take care of everything for now. That actually made me really nervous coming running in here. Was able to be successful, so not gonna complain in the least for that, as we also got the level up. And this is where I'm starting to feel a lot better. Sneak 3, no longer triggering enemy mines, plus 40% harder to detect. Very handy to have. And this is going to keep us alive. No longer triggering floor-based traps and no longer triggering enemy mines. We can now just walk up to them, pick them up, don't have to worry about them exploding on us, at least from getting set off by us. However, we are level 12. This is an interesting point of the game. This is one of the most difficult decisions I have to make, and that is whether or not I just push in to go to Diamond City and start doing the quest there, or do I risk it a little bit and go meet up with the railroad. If I go talk to the railroad right now without taking too much experience, we can go take and complete tradecraft with Deacon, which that will have its own issues dealing with the synths, but then also that will eventually get us to Boston After Dark. And Boston After Dark is the quest that all chaos breaks loose, super mutants and everything. So I'm going to need to be in tip-top shape to be able to deal with that. However, Boston After Dark takes us close to the start of Automatron, but Automatron doesn't start until level 15. So if we make it to the starting point of Boston After Dark before making it to level 15, then we don't have to worry about accidentally setting it off and getting roaming bands of kill squads. So there's two trains of thought: either push off the railroad for further on down the line, just in case you do set off Automatron and you just deal with whatever armor you have now, or you go early like I am leaning towards at this point, and that means ballistic weave sooner. And if they do hit us, enemies, ghouls, guns, anything, that will take a lot less damage. So that is something I'm going to have to ponder a little bit now, but I think this is going to be a good stop to call it apart here. And with all the mass of ghouls down below that are now taken care of, thanks for watching and thanks for joining. And until next time, powering off.